Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So Michigan just lost to Indiana 22-15. And, this game, I kind of lost faith in Wink for the most part. And it seems like every time I want to just lose all faith in him, he calls a good game and the defense plays well. And, that's what happened in this one. Michigan's defense that we all kind of expected to see for the most part, they showed up in the second half. You know what I'm saying? First half, it's looking like, okay, we're going to get a controlled butt whooping. 17-3 going into halftime. And so, that's what I was expecting. Like, all right, they just going to continue and the defense going to break in the second half. But surprise, the defense showed up. Second half, Zeke Berry started to play well. Wink went to man defense, more man defense, two safeties high, and the front four was getting after it. I was like, yes, finally. But problem is, Kirk Campbell, the offense just ain't giving you nothing, really. Whether it's bad play calls in the red zone, whether it's Warren making mistakes, not seeing guys missing throws, or it's just bad play calls, So the offense just don't give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? So Michigan has the ball with a chance to win it, and it's just bad play calls, stagnant routes. That's where a guy runs a route and stops, stationary routes, no routes where they run across the field. They're all kind of stagnant routes. They run the route and then they stop. That doesn't work, bro. Those aren't good routes. This ain't last year. I'm so tired of this stuff, bro. So long story short, they don't get it on fourth down. Peyton O'Leary's close. They don't get it. But this shows, so it's fourth down. We don't get it. Then it's Indiana's trying to run out the clock. First down, we have them in the backfield, but they end up getting like 8. We have 3 timeouts. It's 2nd and 2. This is a microcosm of this year. Sharon lets the clock go. And people, in some of my chats, he knows the game over. I don't want to hear the game is over. You call that timeout because that's what you do. That's coaching 101. I want to see, can you coach? I want to hear no excuses about, the game is over and all that. No, the right thing to do is call that timeout, 2nd and 2, as soon as the ball is clocked. Call the timeout. Tired of this coaching for dummy stuff. Show me you know how to do the right coaching call. And they don't know he don't know how to do it, bro. He's too indecisive, too confused. You can't let that clock bleed out because they're going to bleed the clock down to 30 seconds almost. Like, some of this is ridiculous, bro. And that's a microcosm of what has happened this year. Sharon is in over his head, bro. The more I try to calm it down, like, okay, the more I see that he's really in over his head, bro. Because that's just something you can't do. Yeah. And I know somebody's going to say, well, they got the first down the next play. I don't care. I want to see that you know the right coaching thing to do. That's what I'm watching. That's what I want to see. That you know the right thing to do. They got 8 on first down. You got 3 timeouts. If you don't call timeout, they're going to bleed the clock, so it don't matter regardless. Show me you know what to do. I want to hear no excuses. I want to see a coach that knows coaching 101 from time immemorial. So they get the first down, game over. But I still need to see you do the right thing. You letting time come out the clock. You make yourself look bad. This ain't me just making it up. You making yourself look bad because it makes you look like you don't know what you're doing. It's just a fact, I don't care if nobody like it. That's what it is. Other times I'm seeing Sharon, what did he? First half, an obvious fumble by Alex Orji. I'm going to get into all these because this is going to be a long one because this was such a long and just so many mistakes type game. He wastes a timeout. Who's up in the booth advising Sharon on these plays? That was an obvious fumble, bro. Why are you wasting a timeout on this stuff? Coaching 101. Who's your in the booth guy? Sharon, that was a fumble. Don't waste a timeout. Who's your guy up there? I don't know. Maybe it's Campbell. If it is, that makes sense. But what else? Just things like that. Part of the game, he was over there looking like he was in the sunken place, like he's somewhere else. I'm like, bro, where are you? But let's get into this. I have to talk about it because that's what I see. Let me see you, coach. Make the simple coaching calls. But I guess I'll start with the defense because they actually first half. Zeke Berry, I'm looking at Zeke Berry like, oh my God, Zeke, I had hope for you, and you just lost out here, But that second half, those boys showed a lot of heart on defense, all of them. Barham, Makari Page is still. Makari Page is about sit on the bench time. He's really close to go sit down. Makari is. But most of the dudes in the second half on defense, they left it all out there. And that's all I can ask from them. And shout out to Wink because he called a hell of a second half. That was a you get nothing type second half. So I'm gonna give you credit for that one, Wink. When it's time to give credit, I'm gonna give credit. That was nice to see, Wink. Can you consistently do that? But Hausman, Barham, Brandon Hillman is knocking dudes out. Hey, you don't go nowhere, Hillman. You come back next year. You don't. They better make sure they get him back. Hillman, you don't go nowhere. You come back. That boy was first half. The only highlight from the first half was Brandon Hillman knocking dudes out, sending them to the phantom zone. Now, I like that, boy. That's a hitter. I was wondering when he was going to decleat somebody. We got two in the same game. You don't go nowhere, boy. You come back and be ready for next year. I love what I see out of him. But Hillman, Kenneth Grant, Rolder, Cameron Brandt, he played a hell of a game. That was probably his best game. He had a sack and a forced fumble. Saw him get a tackle for loss. Quentin Johnson, Rashawn Benny, Stewart. I felt Stewart could have played better. He made some mistakes, but second half, shout out to that defense. Zeke Berry, nice interception. Just nice. I'm going to give most of the defense credit. Jair Hill, you got cooked. First half, they didn't play that well. But second half, they showed a lot of heart and a lot of fight. You get what I'm saying? First half, no, we saw a lot of the same mistakes in the first half. Jair Hill getting cooked on a double move, just mistakes. Zeke Berry getting cooked, and it was just like, oh, it's going bad. But second half, we saw too high, more man defense. We saw twists. We saw stunts. There you go, Wink. You look like Look like you trying to do some stuff Jesse Mentor was doing. That's smart. Now you're learning, Wink. Learn from somebody that was better than you. There you go. So defense was fighting. The problem was you got Kirk, Campbell, and Sharon. I don't know who it is. I don't know who's calling the plays. I don't know. I'm bunching them both together right now because I don't know for sure. So it's on you. You hear these calls that Kirk Campbell is making. Red zone offense was abysmal. It was abysmal. You know, the calls, the runs with Orgy where, bro, you don't do any wrinkles off of. You don't do any wrinkles off Orgy in the backfield. So when you're just running him, especially when it's a empty set, so he's the only one back there. He's in the backfield by himself. They know it's a run, you idiot. You're setting this dude up to get demolished. And that's what was happening. Because you're setting him up to fail, you idiot. They know it's a run. You've been doing it all year. It's like these dudes don't. It's like every game. Like there's nothing that they put their hat on. Okay, we're going to build off of this. This is our identity. We don't have an identity. I know Orgy and the quarterbacks hear these calls coming in and it's like this. That's what the call is. But straight boo-boo. They hearing the call again? Again? That's the call from Kirk Campbell. 75% of the time. And then when you do get a good call, sometimes they don't execute it. You know, the route tree, so many stagnant routes where they just waiting. Bro, can we see a slant? Can we see a post where they go across the field, over routes, over across the field, so you can maybe get some run after catch? You know, and you just don't see it. You know, you see these routes and it's like, bro, you know we need 10. 3rd and 6, they're running the ball. Let's start. First drive, they're coming out trying to throw. I guess they were trying to throw to set up the pass. Throw to set up the run. Then they start trying to run it in the first half. All of it is, we had one really good offensive drive. It ended in 3. That was the first drive of the game. Then they were trying to run it, and it wasn't working. And the best drives, Michigan's points came off of, or getting in the scoring zone really came off of, besides the first drive, penalties, and an interception. You know what I'm saying? The defense setting us up. So the thing is, the last 2 weeks before that, we saw more eye candy. More motion, you know, to help get guys open more. This week, we don't see any. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I get on these dudes and I say this stuff, because it shows that you don't know what you're doing. You have an offense that needs all of that stuff to be successful. We get 15 points off of luck and the defense. Penalties in the defense. That's in Zavada being good. That's where those points came off of. You had one good offensive drive, but you failed to do the eye candy, the misdirection things that helped Warren, that helped the offense have a chance. You decided, no, I'm not doing none of that this week. Boy, you don't know what you're doing. And I don't care what nobody says. It's just unbelievable to me to watch this stuff. The drive where we got a chance. We're down 5 or whatever it was. Yeah, 5. We need this drive to win it. You know Evan Link has been a turnstile all year long. Do I have Donovan Edwards chip, or give him help? Do I leave a tight end over there to help him out? Nope. I just have them run their routes, and I'm surprised that Warren's trying to run for his life. Like, it's like these dudes it's like they don't watch what's happened all year. They don't adjust. They don't prepare for weaknesses that you know you have. If I know my offensive line, my left tackle or my right tackle needs help, what's the thing to do? I give them help. This is coaching malpractice. I need a different word for some of this stuff. This is coaching for idiots. This is moronic coaching. It is. Red zone, it's just laughable, the plays in the red zone. I mean, it's like they don't know what they're doing. You keep Warren in. You don't trust him to throw. You don't trust him to throw it in the red zone. So it's like, okay, you bring in Orgy, but it's the same play you've been running all year. You don't try a little play action boot. Well, the bootlegs got killed early in the game. But you don't have to play action bootleg. You don't have to play action roll out. But you still want to do play action. You still want to incorporate that. You know what I'm saying? Just don't see it. It's like these dudes are so lost. What else? We finally saw a running back screen. First one all year for a running back. I think Khalil Mullins got 8 yards. Would have been nice to have seen that again on that last drive when we needed to score because they were pinning their ears back. So it would have been nice to see a screen. You know, they're pinning their ears back. They know we gotta pass, so they're pinning their ears back, flying around the edge. Smart coaching would have been, let me call a running back screen since they're flying around the edge. That's too much to. I tell you, you gotta be mediocre for that. That's too much to ask. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy to me seeing this stuff. You know, no running back screen. A draw. Will we see a draw next week? Wow. When you can't run the ball well, you have to find ways to get the ball to your playmakers. You need extensions of the running game. I would have ran that screen probably 3 times this game. You know why? Because we haven't ran it in years. You got 8 yards the first time. When it was crucial passing, I would have liked to have seen a draw. They're flying around the edge. Sneak a draw. There was plenty of time on the clock. These dudes are in over their head, bro. The only one that shows competence and shows that, yeah, I ain't as bad as y'all say I am is Wink. Wink will show up and show you I ain't as bad as y'all think I am. Yeah. I ain't as bad as y'all think I am. And I can't knock him. He shows up every once in a while. He shows up. But these offensive coaches, bro, they bad. They bad. Like, that offense is abysmal. Mainly because they don't have any idea what they're trying to do. What is your identity? What is your identity, bro? You don't have one. Week to week, it's different. You have no baseline of, okay, this is it. You barely went to Loveland this game. You just don't have an identity. You don't know what you're trying to do consistently. That means you don't have an identity. It looked like you had something going when you were doing the eye candy and stuff like that because you have to do it with this team. You have to do it. It ain't we're just bringing this out for Oregon or we're just bringing this out for this team. No, you have to do it, dumb. You have to create separation. You have to do the little trickeration to create hesitation for the defense. That stuff is unbelievable to me, and I don't care who don't like it, because this is some dumb, bad coaching. And you see so many mistakes in different areas. It's unbelievable, really. Like, it's unbelievable. You know, the play calling is so bad when they when they do actually call a good play call on offense, they don't execute it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Warren's got his flaws. You know, he'll leave the pocket when the pocket is clean. He'll leave a clean pocket, and he's scared to get hit, so he's not perfect. But these coaches, they just don't really know what they're doing too much. Fail to go deep you hardly ever see them go deep. They don't use the play action as much as you should, or you would expect for a team that is known for running the ball. You know what I'm saying? So there's just so many mistakes, and it's just like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, I just don't know. You know, and this is the problem as I see it. You know, I see that they're killing it for the 2025 class. But the coaching on offense, it's just so bad. And on some of the defensive positions also. I don't know. Like I said before, if you get these dudes, I don't know what y'all going to do with them. You know, I was talking with Marcus earlier, you know, if we were to get Bryce Underwood, ain't no way I would let Kirk Campbell anywhere near that dude. Ain't no way. And for the people that say Kirk Campbell, you know, if Kirk Campbell was that good, it wouldn't be, if he was that good and like, oh, well, if we get Bryce, we got to move him to QB coach. Bryce don't give a dang about no Kirk Campbell. If he did, he probably would have already been ready to come. That man don't care about no Kirk Campbell. He knows he's been the quarterback coach. That man don't care about him. Man don't care about him. If Bryce Underwood was to get hired, I mean, it was to sign and commit, I'm firing Kirk Campbell as soon as possible. Kirk Campbell should have been fired, if I'm gonna keep it real. I'd have fired him a week or two ago. I wasn't keeping that buckethead around. I would have fired him a long time ago. He definitely should be fired after this game, but thinking we need him for Bryce, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Man, please. I've been fired him. Bryce know that dude ain't that. So, this game, Indiana tried to give Michigan this game. You know, the pressure got to them in that second half, and they couldn't execute until that they got a punt return that helped them get that field goal, and then they executed on that 2nd and 2 to finish off the game. But, you know, Rourke threw some dimes, but the pressure was too much for those receivers. You know, pressure bust pipes in these big games. They not used to them, you know. So they haven't been in this situation, big time game going against Michigan, even though we're not good, you know. It's still pressurized. So they couldn't make the plays. They were trying to give us this game in the second half. Penalties, mistakes, you know, just trying to give us this game. But our offense, Kirk Campbell, such a bonehead. Man, please. Being up 5 in a crucial situation, you might as well be up 25 with these dudes, bro. You know, that Tony Alford and whoever's bringing the running backs in, he don't know what he's doing half the time. He don't know what he's doing. Khalil Mullins is on the bench for a while, you know. He's the best short yardage back besides Orji, I guess you would say. He's on the bench. You're using Donovan like he's a bell cow or like he's a real number one back, bro. You have to use Mullins in these certain situations. They flipping him. Ben Hall's getting in. You know, they used Ben Hall. Ben Hall ain't played in 5-6 weeks. You bring him in with Orgy. If I'm the defense, Orgy's not going to pass it. We haven't seen this back in 4 or 5 weeks, and all of a sudden he's in with Orgy. I wonder what's going to happen. Oh, duh. They gave it to Ben Hall. It's not hard to figure out this dumb stuff that y'all do. It's so obvious, bro. I'm sitting at home. As soon as I seen Ben Hall in, the announcer says, oh, Benjamin Hall's in the game. They said he was going to get some more carries, but he comes in with Orgy. It's obvious you're going to hand it to him, bro. It's obvious. You know, so Wink, you got a week off from me calling you boo-boo. Good job. But Kirk Campbell, if I'm you, Sharon Moore, if you're not calling the plays, I'm warning you, Sharon. I'm warning you, my brother. Kirk Campbell is going to get you out of here fast. You better take over that play calling, bro. Because you're already making just head coaching mistakes. But the fact that you're an offensive guy and the offense is looking like this with bonehead play call after play call, you better take over play calling, bro. Because he's making your leash get shorter and shorter. Wink in Indiana said, take this game. Come on, take the game. Kirk Cignetti over there looking like, man, I ran my mouth too much. Hey, Cignetti over there looking like, man, I ran my mouth too much. I knew I was talking too much. That boy was over there looking like, whoo, I was talking too much. Boy, I should have shut up. You know, saying, take the game. Sharon Moore, get a top 10 win. Top 10 win. Take it. Take the game. Wink like, all right, bro, take the game. Here you go. Come on. I'm giving you the game. Come on, please. Indiana's offense. Here's the game. Take the game from us. Win the game, Michigan. Kirk Campbell over there. No. I don't want to. No. I don't want to win. Like, bro, he's going to get you fired. Kirk Campbell is going to get Sharon fired. And if you don't got enough brains to see that, bro, maybe you don't need to be the head coach. He gonna get you fired, bro. He gonna get you fired. People are watching you, Sharon, and they watching this abysmal offense. When the defense plays bad, y'all get y'all get to you can make excuses. But Wink gave you that game. Gave you chance after chance after chance. And y'all over there look like you're looking like Beavis and Butthead, bro. So if you're not taking over play calling, bro, you're watching your job go down the drain dealing with Kirk Campbell, bro. You're watching it go down the drain. Like, you have to take over play calling for your own job's sake. Your leash is going to get smaller and smaller, bro. You can't be in no 15 to 20 game against Indiana and you look like, and you just kicking field goals all game, bro. It's not going to cut it, bro. Like, please. Get rid of this dude. I don't want him. Some people say demote him to quarterback coach. Why? Why demote him to quarterback coach? Why? What has shown you he deserves to still be on the staff? Recruits? Do recruits love him like that? Do they? Do recruits love Kirk Campbell that much to where they won't just come because it's Michigan anyway? Because you can be the starting quarterback at Michigan? I think so. And throw some money with it. Yeah. You'll get the quarterback. Kirk Campbell ain't that much of a difference maker. I gotta see a recruit say, I came here because of Kirk. I got to see that for me to get off his head. So if somebody has heard that, I'll shut up. I don't think they have, though. They might say, I like Kirk Campbell, but he got to go. You know. I don't know what to say, bro. That offense is abysmal. And so if it's him or if it's not, Sharon, it's going to fall on you regardless, you know. So your lease going to get short next year, bro. You needed this one. This would have been a real good win for you. Top 10, Indiana think they that. Signetti been running his mouth, and you let him off the hook. But I know our offense is so abysmal, especially during this game, that even when they got it close, I never felt like, all right, we're going to win this one. Because they just don't execute, or if they don't call a good game. The plays are just trash for the most part, you know. And they just make bonehead mistakes. So, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't see how you can bring him back. I know some people want consistency. No, I don't want no consistency on bad coaching. You can keep that. I don't want no consistency on bad coaching. I've dealt with it for too many years. I've seen it for too many years. You know, before the last 3. I'm straight. I know bad coaching when I see it. I don't need to, well let's get some better players in here. No, he just going to mess them up. I don't need to see no more bad coaching. Kirk Campbell got to go. He got to go. I don't want him on the team. I don't want him demoted. None of that. I want him off. Goodbye. I want him gone. For your sake, Sharon, because you think so he's your friend, so you don't want to take play calling duties from him, and you're gonna waste talent. You're gonna waste years. No, I ain't got time for that stuff, bro. Some people want to consistency. I don't want to be consistently bad coached. Consistency, bro. Like, what are we talking about? You know? But let me wrap this one up. The consistency of bad coaching and undisciplined play. Samaj Morgan, when we're trying to, I think we were down 2 at this time. Lets the punt just roll about 20 to 25 yards, then decides to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. There's so many bad coaching mistakes, undisciplined mistakes. It's laughable. And I don't want to hear nobody talking about, well, they got in late. Boys, the year almost over. Like, come on, give me a break. Like, let's stop making excuses for grown men, bro. We done got too far along in the season for excuses for grown men. You know what I want to see? I don't want to hear no excuses. I want to see what Wink did today. Where they come out, okay, you see some of the same mistakes, and then second half, you get nothing. That's what I want to see. Ain't no excuses. It's just me get done. Me showing that I actually can be good at my job. That's what I want to see. I don't want to hear no excuses for these grown men. Dudes in their 40s and 50s. Man, save that. Excuse time is done. I don't want to hear no excuses for these dudes. I want to see that you know what you're doing. When there's a call to be made, when there's a head coaching, when something needs to be done, that a head coach, a timeout needs to be called, and it's coaching 101, I don't want to see you over there indecisive. I want to see you instantly, boom, okay, boom. Coaching 101. I don't want to see indecisiveness and lackadaisical. I don't want to see that. I want to see that you know the exact thing to do. Boom. I don't care they got 8 yards. This is the game. Timeout. All right, defense, I need y'all to step it up. Let's get this ball back. Not you letting the time run down. You're confused over there. Oh, you're making your defense even get even more demoralized because it looks like you telling them the game is over. I don't want to hear no excuses for bad mistakes and bad coaching mistakes. Some of this is coaching 101. This ain't Madden. This ain't a little kid on Madden. I'll make excuses for Jair Hill and some of these players. I won't for the coaches. Nope. It's too far along in the season. You either good at what you do or you not. Show me you're good at what you do. Please. Show me. And I'll shut up. Wink, shut me up. Wink said, oh, there's somebody talking about me. Let me shut him up. Thank you, Wink. Much obliged. Thanks for shutting me up. Kirk Campbell, Sharon. I don't know who's calling the plays on offense, so somebody shut me up. Please. Please shut me up. I was hoping that somehow y'all found a way to get it in the end zone. So then, regardless, I can say, oh, they shut me up. I ain't got to come over here and talk a bunch of stuff. But the offense was so abysmal, I got to let you have it. And I don't want to hear excuses for none of them offensive coaches. I don't want to hear no excuses for them. Excuse time been over with. What is it, week 10? I'm still making excuses? Ain't no excuse for bad coaching for me. Ain't no scraps in my scrapbook. Think about that one. So that's all I got for this one. I'm about to lose my voice because I'm tired of this. I don't like what I see out of Sharon a lot of the time when it comes to head coaching. Things that the head coach has to do. I'm not liking what I see. And your boy, Kirk Campbell, I don't know if you're taking over play call or you still got him doing it. You're hearing these plays. You got to, this man is going to get you out of Ann Arbor quick, bro. He going to get you out of there quick. Because he don't know what the hell he doing. And you're an offensive dude, so the fact that he looks like he don't know what the hell he doing, it makes you look like you don't know what the hell you doing. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying all this. He makes you look bad. So, shout out to the defense and shout out to most of the offensive players. They fighting, but you fighting against the ocean of bad coaching with Kirk Campbell. Bad play calling. So, they ain't perfect on offense, the players, but this dude don't know what the hell he doing. Last thing, how many out routes do we see? Out route, out route, out route. That's the only play you know how to call. Out route, out route, out route. No eye candy. I left that in last week. We're not doing that anymore. Out route, out route, out route. You got to come better than that, bro. Like, you just... This dude is a joke, bro. I'm done. I'm not taking up for Kirk Campbell or the offensive coaches no more. Till they show me. Come out and score 35 on Ohio State somehow. Or somebody. Northwestern. I'm not giving you much credit for that. But show up. Or I'm on y'all head. And I don't care who don't like it. Like, share, subscribe. And as always... Go Blue.